The Vergas Show is brought to you by Spanky Stone Hearth, casual fine dining on beautiful Rose Lake. Vergas State Bank, your locally owned community full-service bank. Vergas Event Center for gatherings large or small, including weddings. Vergas Liquor Store, where all the profits profit Vergas.
Make the right call. Call Hanson's, the most trusted name in plumbing and heating.
Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hanson. Thank you for joining me today. We're at the Vergas Event Center, and I'm here with Jay Norby. Thank you, Jay, for joining me.
Well, thank you, and give me the opportunity to come over and talk today.
Yeah, so, it's kind of fun. I know the Lions have got something going on supporting a program called Neighbor to Neighbor. Neighbor to Neighbor is based out of Frazee, and it's just a great program to try to help seniors be able to stay in their homes longer. And who doesn't want to do that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they just have a lot of things going. They do a bone builders exercise class here. They used to do it here. I think maybe not here anymore, but I know that they do it in Frazee. I remember my mom going to the bone builders class, and it was not only a way for moving and teaching just some things that you can do by sitting in a chair or whatever, but it was a social thing.
Yes, it's a great way for people to get together and talk. And just visit. It
is, and I think so often we forget that social aspect that the seniors are missing. And so, yes, it's great to have home health, it's great to have things coming into your home, but when they're still able to come out of their homes and have programs for them to do, I think it just really boosts that mental thing too.
Yes.
It really does. And so they do have a bone builders exercise class. They've got the senior socials, and they do bingo, they do whist, probably some other card games. The one thing that I do know that is just a really good thing that they offer is foot care. And I hear that from a lot of different people. Yeah, they do foot care. And again, this is something that my mom would take part in, but just in the last few days when I've been talking to different people, they brought up like, oh, do you know anybody who does foot care? Because at that point, people realize that, they're maybe not as agile or, or whatever, but, it's a very important thing for the foot care. And so I do know that they do that. And then the other thing that they do is the Meals on Wheels delivery. And that is just something that we forget about, especially when we have the roads the way that they are and the winter that we're having this year.
This bitter cold.
Yeah, it is just it's just something that would really help out. They do equipment lending. They've got a closet. They do transportation services. It's just a plethora of different things that they've got here. And I love on their picture here too. One of the things that they've got is a group of people getting on a bus, and so they're probably going on some kind of excursion and checking something out. So, Neighbor to Neighbor, check it out. But the big thing is make sure that you when it comes time for you to give your donations for the year or the month or whatever you do, remember that they're tax deductible, and all those funds that are raised are for their operations through Neighbor to Neighbor. They're 501c3, and they just assist all elders 60 and over, then trying to keep them in their homes. So that brings me to you, Jay. So the Vergas Lions.
Yes.
I know that you guys are willing and able to support so many different wonderful things, and you do support Neighbor to Neighbor. So tell me how you're specifically going to be supporting that this year.
What we're doing right now is we're going to have a soup and sandwich fundraiser for them. It is, I do believe, March 12th.
No, actually February 12th.
February 12th, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Starting at 11 a.m., going till 2 p.m. We're going to have at least 4 different kinds of soups.
Nice.
We're going to have sloppy joes, and we're going to have more desserts than you care to even think about. But
which there should be, yeah.
Yes, but it'll be here at the Vergas Event Center, and come on down and help support. I'm sure that we're going to have a bucket set up so that, in addition to getting a great meal and having some time to socialize with people, if you want to give a little extra, we're going to take it. After all, Lions' motto is "We serve," and we do that in many different ways, helping with Neighbor to Neighbor, doing fund drives for the food bank. Mm-hmm. Whatever is needed in our communities, we will be there to help.
I love that about the Lions group, and Vergas is just such an exemplary Lions group, and you guys just, you come up to the plate every time that something is needed.
Yes, and being a multiple officer, so I get to travel all over the state of Minnesota. I used to be able to travel Manitoba and Northwest Ontario, but with the borders the way they are, I've stayed south of there.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yes.
You don't want to go trucking up there, huh?
I know. But, you know, and I get to travel and visit clubs. And I will tell you, I go to some clubs and they do 1 or 2 things a year. And then I come back here and I get to attend our own club meetings here in Vergas. And the things that we are always looking at doing, neighbor to neighbor, food drives. We support the schools with scholarships. We do, we just finished it, and it's going to be, for those of you who bought a ticket for the cash calendar, check your mail on Friday and Saturday. If you're a winner, you'll get a check in the mail from us.
Awesome.
And that's for the robotics class at Frazee Vergas. So yeah, and that's just a small sampling.
Right.
The flower beds that we do in the parks here, we take care of them in the summertime.
You put up the Christmas decorations
We
in
put
the
up Christmas
wintertime.
decorations.
Yes.
We decorated a tree.
Right. Yeah.
Rumor has it that we even help out with Santa Day, and that we get Santa to come down from the North Pole.
I heard you had an appearance by Santa, yeah, and that was pretty awesome. You know, the Lions group is so important and so integral for a small community. How do you do with volunteers? Do you have a good sized group? Are you always looking for new members?
We're always looking for members, but in Vergas right now, if I looked this morning, we have 56 Lions members.
Wow.
In a community of what, 300 plus members or people?
That's impressive.
And so, yeah, but our focus is on the community.
Yeah, and giving
and
back.
the surrounding area.
Yeah,
yes.
giving back to the community, and you do very well with that. And so this Lions fundraiser is kind of twofold. I mean, it's just something that the Lions do because you want to give back to the community, but it's going to support specifically the Neighbor to Neighbor program. So the Soup and Salad Luncheon, it's going to be Saturday, February 12th, and it's going to be right here at the Event Center.
Yep.
Do you know what kind of soups are you going to be cooking?
I am making some bars, so I'm not going to
you're-
tell you
you're
which
doing
ones
the
they are
sweets.
because, I want people going, oh, we made those, now we're not touching those.
Right, and so you've got, like you say, 4 different kinds of soups,
Yep.
and you're going to be having barbecues to go with it. And I think the other thing that's kind of fun about coming to something like that, especially when we've had just such a long winter, it's kind of like seeing other people and visiting and just socializing.
Well, and when we look at it, we don't look at it as a fundraiser. We just take the first 3 letters.
Yeah.
We look at it as having fun, and then we're raising money for a great cause. And so when we do that, that's what we want to do. And I agree with you 100%. This winter has been long and cold, and when we have opportunities like this to get together, to sit down, visit, and just talk.
Oh, I know, it just makes a big difference. There is one thing that comes to mind when I'm thinking about this on February 12th is, are you going to be having any opportunities if somebody doesn't feel comfortable coming and sitting down and wants to take something home? Will there be some takeout opportunity?
We are looking at that, and we've done it in everything for the last year and a half, 2 years
I
now.
know,
So
I know.
we'll
It's our
probably
world
have-
right now,
Yes,
right.
we'll have the cups, we'll have the lids. We'll be able to, if somebody wants to call up and say, I don't feel comfortable, can you bring it out to the car?
Oh, sure.
We'll do that.
Of course you will,
We've done that
yeah.
the last couple.
Maple
pancake,
Fest, yes, yeah, we've did that with Maple Fest, and so that's just kind of like a nice option. And then the other thing is if you don't feel comfortable coming in at all, but you still want to donate, you can send a donation to the Lions, or you can send it and specify if you want it for the Neighbor to Neighbor, or you can send it directly over to the Neighbor to Neighbor program. And because all those monies are just, when they're pulled together like that, they just really make a difference.
Yes.
And helps all of these programs. Like I said, all of these different things, bone builders and the socials and the foot care clinics and the Meals on Wheels, it just helps all of them. The other thing that I notice here with Neighbor to Neighbor, they're always looking for somebody to join their board too, and so they're always looking for volunteers. I think that's with everywhere, but if winter's getting long and you feel like, okay, I could have done something this winter, there's volunteer opportunities on the Lions and
Absolutely.
Neighbor to Neighbor. So Jay, thank you to the Lions for doing this for Neighbor to Neighbor, and we hope to see you on February 12th from, 11 to 2 p.m. right
11
here at the
a.m. to 2
Event
p.m.
Center, and it's
Right here.
it's a free will donation, and it's all going to Neighbor to Neighbor. You have a good day, Jay.
Thank you. You too.
All right, you have a good day in Vergas.